What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. As promised, I am here to teach you this eye look that I am crushing on, just using these colors right here. I already have all of my face makeup on, but I have got to teach. I'm compelled. I feel compelled to teach you this eye look because I was at a retreat this weekend, and when you get a bunch of mascara girls together, I'm like, hey, Jessica Wilson, you badass who is a makeup guru, I want you to do my makeup for me, because I always feel like when you have somebody else do your makeup, there's always things that are a little bit different from the way that you guys do it. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Hi. Say hi if you're getting on. I love having everybody here. So anyway, when she did my makeup, I was like, okay, there's a reason that you're a really successful makeup artist with Mascara Beauty. She actually was a makeup artist with Chanel even before she joined with us. So anyway, Jessica Wilson, if you're watching, this is my homage to you, because she put this incredible eye makeup on me and it was so soft. And there is a color in here that I never use, never. And I'm picking it up and I'm so excited to share this with you today. And that color is Salem. It is a matte black. I never use this color, never, which is a real shame. So let's jump in. I'm gonna show you the colors that we have here. There's 6 colors. This is Bubba. This is Cupcake, Cocoa, which is like a mauve brown, Salem, the black one. And then this is Unicorn and Blondie. Okay, first, I bought some primer, eyeshadow primer. Let's talk about primers just for a second. So some primers are so oil absorbent that they make it very hard for you to blend the color in, right? On the other hand, sometimes having primer on your lids can be really great when you want your makeup, when you're blinking, you've got quite a deep crease there that your powder makeup can collect in, and powder makeup does collect in fine lines and wrinkles, which is why our cream-based foundation works so well, because it doesn't collect in fine lines and wrinkles the way that powder does. So I'm going to use this one. This one is by Thrive Cosmetics. It's got a little, almost like a lip gloss applicator in it, and I'm gonna spread that around. I do have a little bit of my Mascara Beauty cream on underneath, just sunlit. But the reason that I kind of have been digging this one is that it doesn't, it's not so drying and so sticky that you can't blend the eyeshadow, because that's a real problem. If you can't blend the eyeshadow out, then what's the point, right? Okay, so that's my beef with primer, and I am liking this one. Okay, back to my brush and my Bubba. Always tap off the excess, and then you're gonna start by just putting Bubba in your crease a little bit, just like this. And I always like to just kind of concentrate that in the outer corner of the brow bone. So just take and pick up a little at a time, and then just start kind of blending it. And you guys, the lighter the touch with the brush, the more ability you'll have to get that soft, velvety look. And you'd be surprised how little makeup you really need to get that really just beautiful color that you're looking for without it looking heavy. I think sometimes one of the mistakes that I even make sometimes is, if I'm in a hurry, I'll just slap on more shadow than I even really need, and I don't spend the time to really blend it out. And then instead of it looking like it's part of my makeup, it looks like it's sitting on top. And I hope that you guys pick up what I'm throwing down there, because sometimes that's just not a good look. So use less product and more blending. Okay, second color is Cocoa. And I'm gonna not even clean my brush. I'm just gonna take the same brush and I'm gonna put Cocoa just underneath. And I'm gonna cover my lid a little bit. Okay, so I'm pulling down. A little bit of product and then pulling down. Okay? And it's just, see how it's sitting like right just underneath? It is perfect on its own. Bubba is such a great color just on its own. And I'm literally grabbing a little bit and adding it, and then a little bit more and adding it. And that's really sort of the trick when you're building an eye look like this, is to just keep it small, keep it simple, okay? All right, now that I've got enough product on there, you can see how Bubba is like peeking out up here and Cocoa is right here. All right, so the next color that I'm gonna use is Cupcake. I'm gonna grab a clean brush. I'm gonna use the blend and tap brush for this. So I'm gonna use Cupcake just in here and just in here. And then I'm gonna just dust off the excess. Okay, but I want my inner part to be nice and bright. Do you see that? Do you see how that just like opened up the inner part of the eye, but the crease is still looking really pretty? Okay, and I just kind of, like I said, I just dusted off the extra. This blend and tap brush puts down a lot of product, so it's just very, very dense. And so when you put it on your eye, a lot goes on, which is good. So now we're gonna use Blondie, which is this gold. It's gold. It's not, we have another one called Gold Digger, and it's a little darker gold. It's like a grittier, more dark gold, but this is like bright gold. And then I'm picking up, this is the multitasker brush. I want only a very little bit of this, like just a little. Okay, and where I'm putting it, just so you know, is gonna be right here in the center, in the place before it's white and the place before it's like this plum color out here, okay? So right in the middle. Let me make sure I've got this on the right spot. And I'm just using a very little bit. And that's basically it, you guys, okay? That's it for that like highlight part. And now we're gonna go in and we're gonna smoke out the rest. And when it's all blended together, it's just so damn pretty. So do you see that? I'm just adding that shimmer to the very middle where the cupcake meets the cocoa. All right. I'm picking up, this is a brush that is not a mascara brush. I'm only using it because it's super, super tapered and tiny. This is a brush, it's a Morphe brush, M431, and I'm gonna use that with the Salem. Again, teeny, like a little teeny bit, like barely touch it, okay? You're gonna pick up a little bit of this, and I'm just gonna start adding a little to the outer corner of my eye. Just like that. Teeny little bit. Do you see how I'm kind of wiggling it back and forth? Wiggling. The size of the brush is really important when you're doing work like this. Okay, and then I'm just pulling it up in a way to just kind of run in to that gold shimmer, okay? And then you can just decide how big and dark you want it to go. But you guys, I have to say, like I said, I shied away from using Salem so many times because I just felt like it was gonna make the whole look black. And it doesn't at all. Like it really just deepens it and smokes it in a way that's so pretty. And when you add these other colors like Bubba and Cocoa, it just adds this warmth to it so it doesn't look too blacked out. It just looks really, really pretty. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of it and pull it on the underside of my eye, just like that. And I am gonna grab some of that, that warmth too. I want a little bit of Bubba down here. Okay, a little bit of Bubba, just so that that underside is nice and warm as well. Okay, and then this is my favorite part. So instead of using a liquid liner, which I think has its place, it can be like a real beautiful sort of stiletto-y look, with a liquid liner. I'm gonna use my brow brush and Salem, and I'm gonna teach you how to deepen and darken your lash line without it looking like a big line. So I'm gonna take this brush and I'm gonna poke it in the Salem, tap off the excess, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift my lid and I'm gonna start adding this to the underside of my lashes. I'm working it into the lash line. This is almost like an invisible liner, but because it's done with powder, it's so much softer. And so once you do the underside quite a bit, and you just sort of tap up and in it, right? You're gonna take a teeny little bit and do it on the top side as well. But what you want is for it to be so stinking close to your lash line that you really don't see that it's liner at all. It just should look like part of the shadow. And then you can open your eye and kind of get into that inner corner. But you can see just even here the difference between what adding the Salem and not adding the Salem looks like. Like this side is super pretty still. Like you could just let that go and have it be really like daytime. But if you add just a little bit of Salem, you get this really, really soft, pretty smoked out look. And if you wanted to take this one step further, you can just add a little unicorn, which is my favorite. I love unicorn. You can just take a little bit of it, and I like to put it right here at the top of the brow bone, just right up there, and give myself like a really soft shimmer on the brow bone. And then you can take a tiny little bit of it and put it here in the inner corner as well. I love those two spots for unicorn always. So I mean, these are $12 eyeshadows, and honestly, this isn't the only combination that you could do with these colors. There's a lot of different combinations. You could keep it more of a day look or transition it to night just by adding more Salem. So I'm a believer. I'm back. I'm here to say I can be a believer in Salem once and for all. So I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing Tuesday, and I will be here with more another time.